The Honors College provided me with an excellent education that allowed me to come home and find the perfect job.
The Honors College, to me, is a community of people dedicated to the pursuit of intellect.
The Honors College is a place where students can discover their potential, where they can be empowered and go on and do great things in life.
I can't say enough about how lucky I was to be in the Honors College because of the advising.
Like if you get to college and you feel completely lost, if you've signed up for the Honors College, they're going to tell you what classes you need to take. They're going to put you in contact with professors that are inside of your degree field.
For me especially, I'm that typical student. I changed majors 3 or 4 times. But I had the honors program constantly guiding me, helping me connect with advisors when I changed my mind. And I was still able to graduate in 4 years because there were people who cared to sit down with me and look at what I could do.
Hands-on learning is about being part of a learning community. It's about bringing the world in to the classroom and the classroom out into the world.
And I think that's what the Honors College offers you, is not just the opportunity to learn, but I think to become a more articulate, well-informed person because you had to think during class and you had to offer up ideas and be engaged.
My students are beginning to see themselves as scholars. They don't just come to campus to learn from the wisdom of their professors, but they actually create new knowledge that can contribute.
What it does is it makes me a professional. I'm no longer a student when I'm outside the classroom. I'm a professional, and the Honors College trains me to be that.
They really have faculty who are very dedicated to the success of their students. They're very encouraging and supportive, but at the same time, their standards are very, very high.
The only class I consistently teach is an honors class. Why? Because that's the one I love to teach. That's the one that's probably the most rewarding for me to teach.
They are truly some of the most passionate instructors that you will ever come across in any university setting. You got some beautiful people at UAA.
I brag about my students a lot.
There are people in the Honors College who have been Marshall Scholars, Truman Scholars, gone to Harvard Law School. And people here can do anything that people at other schools can do.
Honors College students are not just faces in the crowd, they really have an identity.
If you took anyone on by themselves, they would be great people, but you put them together and they become fantastic.
So the Honors College student is a much more proactive and engaged person.
The Honors College was really able to build that family feel that I think sometimes is difficult to have happen, especially when you go to college in the place where you grew up.
And it was a peer group that really got where I was coming from. And really inspired me to want more out of life.
We feed off one another constantly, and I know that my educational development wouldn't be what it is today without my peer discussions.
The chances that you're going to end up successful are so much higher.
These are students who are going to change the world for the better.
The experience of doing undergraduate research and writing a senior thesis That's not something most students do. It's very unusual for undergraduates to do, and so it really sets you apart when you're applying for graduate school or medical school or law school or any job.
Through my research at the Honors College, I have won numerous awards and grants and money that has helped me with my tuition and living expenses and books. But it's also furthered my career in the sense that I just recently found out that I was accepted to Columbia and will be pursuing my master's in public health there.
The Honors College actually helped me out a lot with funding for my project, along with other scholarships and grants. I have money to build a model for my project, and I got a $10,000 national award related to the research.
You know, I felt like I was capable of something more than what I was doing and what I was giving myself credit for.
The Honors College program is an opt-in program. You have to make the choice to challenge yourself and take these courses, but any student can do it so long as they're willing to put that work in.
I was going to say it gives you a leg up. You give yourself a leg up.
I would definitely encourage a high school student to look into the Honors College. It's opened up so many extra opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise.
And that's why my son and my daughter will be in the honors program at UAA, because I know that that's their best shot at being successful.
Life in Alaska is cold, but you know, the people are warm. I really like it here a lot, and it really is sort of a land of opportunities. The opportunities are limitless as long as you take the initiative to apply yourself.
I don't think I will be where I'm at today if it wasn't for the Honors College.
It's hard for people to appreciate locally. Maybe they have to get used to this idea that we are producing top caliber students at University of Alaska Anchorage, particularly in the honors program.
I think for me it began with the Honors College helping me apply for national scholarships and grants. Once I started receiving the Truman and the NCMR and my undergraduate grant, that I realized that you can be competitive from Alaska.
My classmates in my graduate school cohort, they were coming from all these big schools, like Yale and UCLA and Harvard. You know, after a few days of hanging out with them and learning more about them, you know, I realized that, hey, you know, I'm just as prepared as these other students, if not better.
So you should seriously consider the fact that you can get a world-class education right here in Anchorage, Alaska, that is a great value.
Be competitive in grad school, medical school, or on the job. Get a head start at the UAA Honors College.